Hey, welcome back to another frequently asked questions for roofers. Today is a good question. What is roof flashing? Why is it important? If you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button or the follow and the like and the notification. You also want to make sure that you stay towards the end of the video where I show you where above roofers go from good to master craftsmen. You may have never thought about roof flashing, but while flashing is not flashy, it is a vital component of a roof's water management system. So let me define flashing. They're thin pieces of metal, steel, aluminum, or copper that are installed where roof intersects with other surfaces. Your roof plane may meet a wall or a dormer, maybe around a chimney, vents, and skylights. Let me show you what I mean. Here we have a fairly old skylight, and while if there's some roofers on the channel, they'll notice quickly that this flashing wasn't installed quite well. Some roofers call these step tins or flash cards, but they sit up against the wall, or here is kind of a curb mount. Here the flashing is laid on top, kind of like shingles, and they're supposed to be hidden to stay watertight, but the water runs over them and down off the roof. As you can see, they butt right up against the wall so that there is a watertight seal and no water is getting over and into the house. Let's take you behind the scenes to one of the places that makes above roofing a different breed. This is our mock roof, where our roofers are trained, tested, and taught the expert techniques that set us apart. You might notice the shingles are different colors. That's because instead of tossing out leftover materials, we reuse them for training purposes. Now, because flashing along the walls are covered by siding, here we have what would look like without siding when it's removed. The flashing runs down the roof, and the siding, when it's put back on, acts as a counter flash. So why is flashing important? Properly installed flashing creates watertight barrier at roof seams, joints, and edges. Its job is to direct water away from these vulnerable transition points. Without flashing, rainwater can drip into crevices between the roof and the wall or into joints around roof penetrations. This is leading to leaks, rot, and eventually failure, and nobody wants that. Sometimes roof tar, or maybe mastic or sealant, is smeared where flashing should be. You see this around chimneys or vents or walls, and it's trying to stop leaks, but it only holds for briefly. It eventually cracks, it shrinks, and it fails with sun and temperature changes. Sealant is good in moderation, but if your roofer is slapping on buckets, you might have an issue. Sealant is for small gaps or joints, not a substitute for flashing or proper detailing. Skilled roofers use minimal sealant as a finishing aid, not a primary defense. Heavy or widespread use signals a shortcut, and that's trying to cover up problems instead of fixing them. Excess sealant traps moisture, it degrades under UV, and it hides future leaks. Flashing isn't fancy, it's physics. Metal moves water. If you're not sure if your flashing is done right or if your roofer did the good job, let us take a look. We'll walk you through what we see, answer your questions, and make sure your home is protected. And as always, if you have a question or a comment, drop it below, and if I can't answer it, I'll find somebody at above who can.